Hello, I am John F. Kennedy, and let's get started. I was born on May 29th, 1917, which was pretty long ago, thinking about what date it is today, which is January 1st, 2012. I was second of 9 siblings, born to Joseph Patrick Kennedy and Rose Fitzgerald, which 9 people, that is a lot of people. I mean, I have 9 people. I don't know. I just have 9 friends. I was my father's secretary for 6 months in 1938 while Joseph was ambassador to Great Britain, which is my father here. I wrote a thesis at Harvard, but who knows? This thesis. Oh wait, never mind. Oh yeah, this thesis became a book. And it was called While England Slept, and it was and I was only 23 at the time, which is just like, wow, a book published at 23? Yeah, that's pretty young. And when I was young, I really did want to follow that track of being an author, but then I ended up joining the Navy in 1941, which is actually, I'll do that math later. I was first elected as a member of the House of Representatives in Massachusetts to the 11th District in 1946, 5 years after I joined the Navy. I was only 29 when I was first elected to office, and I was only a year out of military service, so I was still shell-shocked. Mr. Wren would be proud. I've always been a lifelong Democrat. I grew up in a house of Democrats when I was younger, and yeah, so my parents always told me. I mean, not told me. I always grew up following them, and they were Democrats. So yeah, and like I said, when I was young, I wanted to be an author, but then when I joined the Navy, I decided I wanted to go into politics and stuff like that. So yeah, and then I ran for Senate in 1952, and I defeated the popular Republican Henry Cabot Lodge Jr. by 70,000 votes. It's called a butt whooping. Butt whooping. Smack, smack. Okay, I married Jacqueline Lee Bouvier on September 12th, 1953. She was 12 years younger than me. That's very, very weird. That is just, I should be locked up in a mental institute if I was still alive today, because that is pedophilic Jerry Sandusky status. Okay. That means he was 12 when she was born. That's weird. That means when he was 24, she was 12. Think about it like that. It's disgusting. Okay. I mean, when I was 24 and she was 12, I was 24 and she was 12. That's weird. That's weird. I had my first child, or I had my first child when I was a senator, and her name was Caroline Bouvier Kennedy, and she was born in 1957. In January 1960, I declared my intent to run for presidency. So that's when I decided I really want to be a president. So I did. I won the election. I won the election by only 120,000 votes out of 70 million cast in one of the closest elections in history. The margin of victory in his 1958 Senate. Oh yeah, this is something I wanted to bring up. The margin of victory in my 1958 Senate campaign was the largest ever in Massachusetts politics. 874,608 votes. That is a lot. John Jr., my second kid, was born in 1960 after I won the election. I was inaugurated on January 20th, 1961. I was the youngest president elected to office, which is very weird because now I think we had a younger one. But I don't know, I'm dead anyway, so what am I supposed to know? Um, I was the youngest president. I just told you that. JFK was the first and only Roman Catholic president elected to date. Dang, I just said JFK. I was the first and only Roman Catholic president elected to date. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I mean, Roman Catholic, you don't get a lot of those. You do not get a lot of those. Later that year, my father was hit by a stroke, and he died in 1969, which is very sad. I miss him. I also miss myself, so. Um, Later that year, I later traveled to Dallas on November 22nd in 1963, and I was going to tour Dallas with a Democratic governor named John Connolly, and I went with Senator Ralph Yarborough, also a Democrat, and I got shot once in the neck. I got shot at 3 times, but then I got hit by 2. One went right through my neck, and the other pretty much blew my head off. So yeah, that was at Dealey Plaza at 12:30 p.m. local time. So in California, it was 9:30 in the morning. No, yeah, in the morning. Yeah. So that was my life. My assassinator ended up getting assassinated, if you can believe that. Small world. And then when I died, 2 of my siblings have already died. I don't know what causes because I was dead, but yeah, they already died. So yeah, that was my life. And like I said, when I was young, I had a lot of dreams. Um, I wanted to write a book, but then I got over that. I wanted to be in the Navy, got over that, and eventually I joined the presidency, and I won, and I was president, and then I died. But dying really wipes your memory out. I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, what is this? Okay, unless I forget what I was going to, unless I remember what I was going to say, I guess it's goodbye, thank you. Oh yeah, when I was little, I was born into a Roman Catholic family. My parents were religious. So yeah, so that's how I became Roman Catholic, because you don't see a lot of Roman Catholics nowadays. I'm sorry if I'm looking at this. I'm looking at myself right now. I'm not looking at the camera like that. I'm looking at myself. But yeah, I was born into a Roman Catholic family. So I don't know if my siblings are new. I think a lot of them were Roman Catholic, but I know that I was born into it, and I've been like that my whole life. So yeah, thank you guys for watching me. It was very cool. Okay, thank you. Bye.